Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dr. Quack podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, share my videos, share this site here. What we're going to do today, this is a very important episode. This is the recap on Stranglehold Championship Wrestling's Call to Arms. I want to tell you, I drove quite some time to get down there, and I gotta tell you, expectations, they were met pretty well. It was one hell of a show. They also had a convention as well with a lot of the legends down there, such as the War Kings and Road Warrior Animal, Ricky and Robert Gibson, Tony Atlas down there. You had Gangrel, the Masked Saint was down there as well, and a lot of others were down there. It was really awesome. It was surreal seeing a lot of these guys, that I grew up with watching, that really made me feel like I was a kid again. I was so awesome. I have a couple interviews on there as well that'll be coming out this week with some of the guys that I did interview, being Tony Atlas and Road Warrior Animal. I got to see if I got any others. I think I had one or two more. Also, Cowboy Bob Orton, thank you for coming down as well, and NEW for bringing him as well. We had a lot of guys that were brought down by vendors, people that were really interested to see them as well. And it was really a good experience. I mean, I had a great time. We also, I just want to clear this up. There's a lot of things that have been said in the past, and I want to make sure that the accurate information is out here. There was, a good turnout. The show itself, the show was really good. I mean, a lot of people, I went out and talked to a lot of the people after the show, and just, great reviews. I even heard, got my money's worth, felt really good about it, and there was about 202, as I talked to Stranglehold Championship Wrestling's owner Eric Nelson, 202 butts in the seats that were there for this show. That was a pretty good crowd, for an independent wrestling show. Went really well, I felt on that part. Let me get down to the nitty gritty though. I want to talk about some of these matches here. I mean, yeah, Josh Storm taking on Carvin Canyon. I'm telling you, it was a great matchup. Two young up-and-comers guys that came up and they really shined. It was a good opener match. Josh Storm, of course, went over. It looked really good. That was, it was a pretty classic match. Also, we got the big match here. Joseph Von Schmidt versus Jackson Castle. That one there, to me, was the highlight. That one there was a classic match. It's what you look for. The young guy, coming up against a big, massive bad guy. It looked really good. The heel, as some people call it. But that was really good. Joseph Von Schmidt looking dominant. Put him in his submission there. Held it on for too long, and the reversal decision, Jackson Castle ended up winning by DQ. Preston Quinn versus Clyde Braddix. That was another one. Another, up-and-coming guys there. Preston Quinn ended up winning his match there. Danny Wayne Costle, C.W. Anderson. That was the match to me that I was looking forward to, because, I've heard a lot, with Damian Wayne. I've seen a lot with him throughout the past. It was great meeting him as well. And C.W. Anderson as well. Don't have to say much more. ECW legend, one of the best. Damian Wayne ended up putting his foot on the ropes and getting the victory. I'm telling you, he got kind of dirty there. It was pretty interesting, how that match turned out. Crowd was popping. I'm telling you, crowd was interested in, I'd say, majority of these shows, majority of these matches, excuse me. I would definitely say that. You had the True Americans against the Unholy Alliance. I mean, when you've got Tony Atlas in your corner, and let me tell you, if you ever get a chance to meet Tony Atlas, one of the greatest men I think I've met in this business. One of the nicest guys. Really has a caring heart. But he came out there with Micah Taylor, Drew Mosley, Max Justice, and Bo Crockett. taking on the unholy alliance of Leatherface, Brian Titus, Joe King, and the Demented Bradley. It was, you know, a Pier 6 brawl at that point. I'm telling you, it was a great, good old-fashioned beat down there. It ended up going no contest because we had a good straight, you know, like I said, a good fight there. Seeing Max Justice getting chokeslammed, I'm telling you, that was surreal. I thought the kid was dead. It was his first match, you know, in there. And, you know, I got to give him credit. You know, he did a really great job. We also had the main event that came down. You had the 51-man Epic Rumble. It came down to 2 men. It came to Extreme Phenom and Dirty Don. And Extreme Phenom proved to be too much and ended up winning the 51-man Epic Rumble. I want to also send out my condolences to Dirty Don as well. The man suffered a serious injury. He had a broken humerus here. As if you see, I was carrying him back right here. I mean, he was hurting bad, and you could tell it. But hopefully, speedy recovery to that man. He is definitely, you know, a class act himself. You know, knows very, very true, very good professional in this business. He may also be on the Dr. Quack podcast as well. We're going to have an interview with him sometime later this month. I plan on doing that. But just wanted to give you a good rundown. I'm telling you, I want to thank everybody that was a part of that. It was a great show. I enjoyed it a lot. You know, got to meet a lot of people that I have not seen, have not met in a long time. Thought it was really top-notch there. We will be having another show in Stranglehold Championship Wrestling. Stay tuned for that. I will make sure I break the news because that will be something that is very, very important, dear to me. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.